everybody, how is it going? I am Lucas and welcome to another episode of Amps and the Axe FX 3. Today we are going to be looking at the Mesa Triple Crown 100. And hey, if this is your first time here, make sure you smash subscribe because we will be going through all of the amps and the Axe FX 3. So the Mesa Triple Crown was actually just added to the Axe FX 3 in firmware 12.05, and it's really neat. So actually the Mesa Triple Crown 50 actually came out first, and then they came out with the 100. And I think just having the 100 and the Axe FX is cool because you have a lot more headroom with the 100 watt, and we have two channels from it. The amp itself has three. It has clean and has a low gain. That's what you heard in the opening. And then channel 3 is the high gain channel. So we're gonna check all of those out. IR wise, for the opening, I'm just using the Mesa. It's just a standard 412. It's the own hammer. This is a stock IR. It's number 773 and factory number 2. It's V70 V30 with a 57 SM57 on it. And I got two other IRs we're gonna check out when we get to the high gain portion of it. So let's dive into the amp. So I dialed everything in on the authentic tab, and I left the master right up at 5. Very interesting thing about this amp is you can actually get a lot more gain out of it if you push it. So watch, I'm gonna push the input a little bit. I'm gonna let you see kind of how the distortion is. As you can hear, it gets really thick and it's kind of a meaty distortion. It's kind of wild, I guess you could say, is what it is. I kind of like it like around 3 or so. That's kind of what I had it at before. Kind of like it around there if I'm just doing it in a low gain. I didn't really mess with anything in the ideal section. Preamp, nothing in power amp. It has EL34s. In the actual amp itself, you can pick E34, 606s or 6V6 for the power, and the Axe is set up for the default with EL34s, which is fine. And this is what it looks like. If you didn't exactly know what it looks like. Like I said, it has 3 channels. It has a clean, low, and high gain in it, and Willie Adler. I wouldn't call this amp his signature amp. He's from Lamb of God. I wouldn't call it his signature amp per se, but it's pretty close to it because he really loves it a lot, and I think he kind of co-designed it with Mesa. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that he did co-design it with them. So let's move right along. No drive on it. We'll have a drive on the higher gain section side. Nothing in speaker. It's using the USA lead speaker impedance curve, which matches up to the cab that we have. I didn't mess with anything in speaker drive. For the output, I just have a tiny little scoop here, cutting out some of the mids. Let me let you hear what it sounds like with EQ on and off. Scooped a little bit of those mids out because I kind of want it to be a little bit more chimier. It kind of had a little bit of mid noise in there. I kind of wanted to cut that out a little bit. Boosted a little bit of bass in there, give you some low end. And I did not touch anything in the dynamics. I really like the low gain channel. It reacts really well if you play hard. The distortion, it'll kick in. The distortion will kick in if you play really hard which is very nice, and I like it. And it has a very pleasant sound. I just really like the low gain. So let's move on over to the high gain side of things, and for this I want to switch to my Ibanez. So 3, 2, 1. Alright, and we're back, and I've got my Ibanez, and let's see how the high gain section sounds. I like the low end on this amp overall. Even on low gain and on high gain, it's very tight. It doesn't get really boomy. It's really good. It's one of the cooler amps in the Axe-Fx that has nice, good, tight low end. Now, just like on the low gain, whenever you push this high gain channel a lot, the distortion does the same exact thing. It swells, and it has kind of that mid massiveness to it. So what I did was I went in the preamp section and I just have a TA08 mod on it, and I boosted it up. And I had a little bit higher than this, but if you boost it up, it kind of gets wild. Watch, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I have to keep it around 13 or 14. It keeps it nice and compact. It gets kind of hairy, I find, when you push it up harder than that. I didn't mess with anything in any of these drives. Same impedance curve. We need to explore some IRs after this. It's kind of almost the same curve as I did on the low end. On the low end, on the low gain part. I took it out. I took a little bit of the mids out. I didn't push the low end as much. And let's do EQ on and off. I did scoop the mids out, and I know when we go from EQ on and off, it sounds like I scooped a bunch of them out, but I really didn't, because if you come to right here, see, I have it like around 3, and I could probably even push this a little more through into the 3 or 5 category, but I just left it like that because I wanted to get rid of those junk mids. And that is really it for the high gain side of things. Let's explore some different IRs. So everything we've been hearing so far has been coming from this On Hammer Mesa. Let's move over to this GGD Zilla. It's the super fat 212 with a UK V30 with a C14 microphone on it. I find it gives it a good classic rock vibe to it. I really, really like it. It already has kind of a lot of low end to it, and this is with the proximity and smoothing that I have for all of the cabs. And let's actually check out. This is the oversized 412 with another UK V30, but this one has a SM57 on it. I really like this one too. It sounds really good. It kind of sounds similar to the Mesa, but it gives it a little bit different flavor. I kind of want to try some different IRs, let you guys hear exactly how it sounded, with some different flavors in there. For the room, I put a little bit of room level in it. That's literally the only thing I touched. right here, because I find sometimes when I'm playing in my room and when I record it and you guys hear it, you know, through the axe, it sounds a little dry. So I just jacked up a little bit of room level, and I mean, that was really it. And that's it, guys. We're pretty much to the end of the Mesa Triple Crown. I actually really like this amp. It has a very unique mid-range to it. It's very thick, and it sounds really good, and I'm really happy that Cliff decided to put it in the XFX 3. So guys, let me know, do you like the Mesa Triple Crown? Are you happy that it's in the XFX 3? Let me know in the comments down below. And as for me, I'm gonna have to be out. Peace.